Hi, I'm Melissa Clark from the dining section, and I am here to tempt you this Thanksgiving. I want you to make your own pie. First, you've got to make the dough. That's the hard part. That's the part that puts most people off. They think, I can't make pie dough. It never comes out flaky when I make it. I'm going to show you how to make it really flaky. You've got your flour and your salt in the food processor. Next step is to put in your fat. You have choices here. All butter crusts are my favorite. It has that really rich flavor and a really good homemade pie crust. You can also add a little bit of lard or Crisco to get that flakiness. Lard by far is your best choice. It has no flavor. All it has is a lightness that really makes a big difference. It gives it a big crunch. So this is what you do. First step, you want to put your fat into the food processor and you want to cut it in until it's big chunks. Most cookbooks say pea-sized chunks, but I'm here to say, see that chunk? That's the size of chunks you're looking for. Pea-sized chunks are just too small. You need big chunks. I'm talking lima bean-sized chunks. After you've got your lima bean-sized pieces, stop processing and add your ice water, tablespoon by tablespoon, about 3 or 4. As soon as it comes together, stop processing, you are done. Pour it out onto the counter, push it together with your hands, wrap it in a little bit of saran wrap in the fridge until you're ready to roll it out. You can do pie crust 3 days ahead. Now, when it comes to rolling pie dough, most people roll and roll and roll it right into the counter, and then they can't get it off. There's a trick to it. Sprinkle a little flour right on the counter, roll it, and then move it. You keep rolling and moving, flipping it over, adding a little more flour as you go, and that way it never sticks because you never keep it in the same position. Once you've got your dough nice and flat, you want to just drape it over itself and lay it gently in the pie dish. And then you flute it, which is really easy. The thing about fluting, it doesn't have to look that good. Once you put it in the oven and it turns golden brown and kind of melts into itself, it looks gorgeous, so don't stress out the fluting part. One thing that is different about the pie crust recipe that I like to use is double baking the bottom crust. So you take a big piece of foil, put it right on top of your crust, press it in, and then put pie weights on top. I like to use pennies because pennies are made out of copper, or they used to be made out of copper, and they are great conductors of heat. So they give you a really nice even brown crust. Then you pop it in the oven, get it really brown, and when it's done and it's cool, then you add your filling. And you roll out another ball of dough until it's nice and flat. Then you want to trim it so it fits right on top of your crust. And then you lift it up and drape it over your apples, tuck the edges in, and then slash it all around for air vents. You can make this decorative, or you can just be really simple and plain like that. The last step, to get the most golden, beautiful looking pie, you want to brush it with something like milk or heavy cream, whatever you've got. So you just take a little milk on your brush it all around, and if you really want to knock people's socks off and you want the entire house to smell amazing while this pie is baking, even more amazing than it would anyway, cinnamon sugar. Just take some cinnamon sugar, sprinkle it right on the top, in the oven. 50 minutes later, heaven in a pie crust.